My name is Billy Budd. I am the production manager of the Paradise Rock Club in Boston.
Why do you think the Paradise holds almost like cult-like following or legendary status in Boston?
It's because it's been there forever, and the bands that have come through there. When I was coming up in the Boston scene with working for a local band, that was the pinnacle. You played the Paradise, you made it, and that was it for Boston. And then for the longest time, with the history of Aerosmith, the Cars, Tom Petty, U2 playing there, everybody wanted to play there. People have told me they look forward to coming to play the Paradise when they play it a second or third time, because it's the intimacy. You can look into the eyes of everybody who bought a ticket at the Paradise, and you're right there with the crowd. And the Boston crowd is so dynamic, and they know every word to every song, and they sing along and they cheer, and it's great.
I think you're right. It's that intimacy for sure. You feel like you're almost in someone's really big living room or something, I
didn't realize until we had the 40th anniversary that I'd been there for 30 of the 40 years the club had been open. And in my mind, the club had been open forever before I started working there. I didn't realize it was, 9 years old when I did my first show there. So that's weird.
Do you know of any other people in the music industry that have such a long tenure as you do at a club? Because I get the sense that people change jobs a lot in that role.
Tim McKenna has been there, looked on a lot longer than I have. And, other people, Doug Bohr. But we're a dying breed. We're lucky. We've been able to do this job for so long and stay at it. Tim and I are the longest, I think, as far as production managers that I know. There may be some around the country that, might have had more, but we know what to do with our job, and we know when to be tough and when to be nice. And we enjoy going to work every day. Who wouldn't?
And now I know, because you've been so great working with us at Front Row Boston, being there, filming some shows over the years. Sometimes I'll see you and you and I will catch eyes after the shows and you'll say, man, that was a good one, another good one. So I know you watch and see some of these shows, which is awesome for someone who's been doing it for as long as you are, that you're not just cruising the internet while the show's happening.
Well, there are a couple of shows where I sit in my office and go, how can you kids listen to this? I don't use the word, but no, that's one of the best part of my job, the Paradise. It's up and coming bands. I was just watching the stuff on. Billie Eilish was there 2 years ago.
Wow.
Now she would have sold out the Garden, So when I get to see people like that and it gets to go, yeah, they played my club.
I'm sure this is the thing you get asked all the time, but tell me some of those names. Like, what was some of the artists that played the Paradise, or some of your favorite shows that you've seen over the years?
Well, my favorite band's Cheap Trick. So my three shows in a row in 1999 with Cheap Trick were probably my ultimate. Recently, we had Bruno Mars with Janelle Monáe opening, and that was like 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. Wow. And I'm like, those two together, it was incredible. Yeah. You get Coldplay, you get, way back in the day, I get Guns N' Roses and, other bands like that are huge nowadays. Aerosmith was there pre-me, but
I think the Paradise and Live Nation, you guys did such a great job with that 40th anniversary with some of the artwork outside of the building, the photograph gallery in the lounge, and just the names of all those artists when you walk in down that hallway, like U2, AC/DC, Aerosmith, like amazing.
It's amazing that even band members, they'll stand and take pictures of that wall. When opening bands come in, they'll read that wall and go, really, really, really? And yeah. What's good to know is that, some of the younger kids come in there and they realize who these groups are.
Yeah.
Other times they come in and go, yeah, I don't know any of these names. Well, okay.
With the global pandemic, we're all trying to get through this. Concerts aren't happening for the foreseeable future. What's it like for you personally and other people that work make a living in the live entertainment industry right now?
Well, we're lucky, and the full-time people work for Live Nation. Live Nation's taken care of for now, and I think that's going to go on for a while. The problem with our industry is and not so much the Paradise, is like the bigger shows where the stage crews, the union guys, Live Nation did a benefit for them. They started a fund. For me, the club level is you have your security guards and your bartenders who get laid off or furloughed. Bartenders don't make that much per hour. They make the money on tips. So even if you get a unemployment check, you're not getting a whole lot of money. So that's the worst part. Hopefully it won't last as long as they think it's going to last, but who knows, you could have told me at New Year's Eve that we'd be sitting here doing this now. I would have told you you're nuts.
Do you feel like this situation, sometimes something like this will force innovation, and so an industry in general has to kind of pivot or change?
I don't think so. I think it'll be slow to get everybody comfortable and back to the clubs and back to the venues. Once it starts up again, my thought, thinking about things, is that I hope that once we get back out, that people treat each other a little better than they were when this happened, because that's, is a problem in society. But I don't know if you can put you can't really expect this. This is not in my lifetime. I'm not a young guy, and not in my lifetime have I ever seen anything like this. So I don't know if you can put in some sort of insurances or something like that, but I just think it's just something that we got to go through, and when it's over, start up again and hopefully get back to where we were before this happened.
I think you mentioned a really great point about people maybe treating each other a little better. And I can only imagine when the clubs do open again and we're all back seeing concerts, you can only imagine people are going to be in the best mood ever.
Well, it's amazing. And it's with the electronics now like that, it's a number of musicians that are doing like live Facebook stuff. And what I got to mention is Will Daly did benefits for 5 clubs, raising money for the bartenders.
I saw that.
And that was wonderful. He's a wonderful man. Everybody needs music. And, once this is all done and you want to get out, you're going to want to go out and have a drink with your friends and see your favorite band and get out and socialize again. And I think that, once it gets up and running, we'll be back. But I don't know how long that's going to take.
Sounds good. Well, Billy, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time. It was wonderful talking with you.
Okay. And I hope to see you sooner than later, my friend.